Hey YouTube, what's up? New karate moves?
Yes. Today we want to talk to you about Love, Simon.
I thought you were gonna say let's talk about love.
Where would we be now?
I mean, we are kind of talking about that because that's what this movie is about. We got a chance to see it last week and it's opening this weekend. Everyone needs to see it and we're about to tell you why.
It is such a good movie.
Aces.
It is so freaking good. That's like how he talks in the movie.
He does.
Yeah. It's not just because it has like gay overtones. Obviously that's really big for us and it deals with coming out and being gay and being young and gay and in high school and like all these things are really important things that need to be on the screen. But beyond that, it's just like a really good, lighthearted, fun, teen romantic comedy and I left it feeling like really good and like
Disclaimer. This is about to get romantic as F.
falling in love just with the characters and with my beep and just feeling like really strongly about the whole community.
I agree with you. It's a great film. It's a coming of age film, but it's not one of those overly precious style coming of age films. It doesn't need to be this special event. It just happens to star this guy who happens to be gay and comes out in high school.
My name's Simon. For the most part, my life is totally normal, except I have one huge-ass secret. Nobody knows I'm gay.
It's revolutionary in the fact that it's not revolutionary. Does that make sense?
I feel like this is how I felt after Tom Daly came out. And I would find like any way to talk about it with anyone. I'm like, so, did you watch the Olympics? So, have you seen Love, Simon yet? You gonna see Love, Simon? It's so good.
So while we're saying that the filmmaking style itself isn't necessarily revolutionary, the fact that this is the first mainstream film featuring a gay protagonist being shown in theaters all across the country, that's a huge deal. Obviously there's been so many queer, gay, lesbian films, but usually they hit the indie market and they don't necessarily make it to middle America or the South or other parts of the country or world where people really need to see these stories. And that's why we hope so many people go see this movie. So little queer kids who might not have access to these kinds of movies will finally have a chance to see themselves on screen.
I'm done living in a world where I don't get to be who I am. I deserve a great love story.
And I think that's why it resonated with us and just with anybody who's gone through the coming out process. Because I wish so freaking badly that this movie had been around when I was in high school. I actually think it would have changed my life.
Oh, it 100% would for me too. This is a recurring conversation that people are having in the queer community is like, oh, if only this movie had existed when I was in high school, when I was coming out, I might have had the courage to do it because I would see someone who had the same struggles as me on the big screen and be widely accepted for it.
These last few years, it's almost like I could feel you holding your breath.
It would have been so important for me. It would have been so crucial to be like, wow, this is okay. People feel this way, and this is how I feel. I've never seen a movie that makes me so nostalgic for love and like falling in love and that whole process.
Sometimes I think I'm destined to care so much about one person it nearly kills me.
Me too.
And something really precious, and I think it communicates that super well. Some people are saying that maybe today's teenagers don't actually need a movie like this anymore. What do you think about that?
There's so much media out there nowadays, whether it be on television or in commercials or on YouTube, where you get access to queer people and it's so much more accessible than it was, 10 years ago when we were in high school. So therefore, teenagers already know it's okay to be gay or to be queer or whatever, and therefore this movie is kind of superfluous or just kind of added to the pile of other media. I think that's total bullshit.
I'm supposed to be the one that decides when and where and who knows. That's supposed to be my thing.
First of all, I think different types of media have different timelines for how they adapt to changes in culture and in the community. I think that we need more and more of these types of films to keep pace with the way that culture changes. I also think that we need representation on all forms of media, whether it be YouTube or television or music or art or whatever you want to say, and movies are an integral part of our culture. So the more that we see people like us, people in the queer community on the big screen, the more it's going to normalize it and the more we're going to feel good about ourselves being like, hey, I see myself up there and people are okay with it. People are buying tickets to go see this story.
Dear Blue, I'm just like you.
I think it's also just a big statement, like having a movie like this on the big screen. This was a choice made by people who think it's gonna make money, and that's kind of a cool thing. Like that, we're at that point where this kind of movie actually stands a chance. So yeah, we absolutely do need these kinds of movies to be made. You should definitely see Love, Simon. We're not getting paid or sponsored to tell you to see Love, Simon, but it's so good, it's so important. We really enjoyed it. It's one of those movies that like people will say, oh, read the book after, and usually I'm like, yeah, I saw the movie. The first thing I did when we left the theater was buy the book, and I already finished the book, and I want to see it again. I think we're gonna see it.
We're gonna go this afternoon, right?
Yeah, like today.
I also think it's gonna be one of those moments moments that people will look back and be like, do you remember when Love, Simon came out in theaters? This is an integral part of our history for the gay community and for the country and world at large. So you should be part of that. Basically, the way to get more of these movies into theaters is to show your support. So go out there opening weekend, go see this movie, tell all your friends, send a mass text to all of your contacts and be like, go see Love, Simon. That's what I've been doing. I've like texted so many people to go see this movie.
Yeah,
it's probably kind of obnoxious, but I don't care because I want everyone to go.
So thanks for watching. Again, go see the movie, and we'll see you next week. I'm Beep.
I'm Beep.
We are 2 Beeps.
Peacing out.
Beeps out.
Ooh, look at those nails.
Oh hey, you're still here. You stayed after the black screen, and you probably want to watch more 2 Beeps.
Last week we made a video called Gay Sex 101 where we talked about sex in a long-term relationship. You definitely want to watch it. The link's right here. Click it. Just click it. Click the button.